The secret tunnel under Alcatraz, buried for 100 years. They thought they knew everything about Alcatraz, every cell, every corridor, every escape attempt. But in 2025, something was discovered beneath the surface, something that had never been mapped, never documented, and never meant to be found. A sealed tunnel, hidden behind a false wall, deep under America's most infamous prison. It started during a museum renovation. Construction crews were restoring an old wing when they hit a strange wall. No signs of damage, no markings, but something felt off. The bricks weren't original. They were older, stacked in a rush, almost like someone had tried to bury something, fast. When the crew pushed through, they found a narrow shaft carved into the stone. No lights, no air vents, no connection to any known prison path. Just a cold, silent tunnel, stretching deep into the island. That's when the FBI got involved. At first, agents assumed it was just an old maintenance corridor, forgotten over time. But the deeper they went, the more it didn't make sense. This tunnel was expertly built. Steel brackets reinforced the walls. Soundproof layers of stone muffled any movement inside. The angles were sharp. The design was strategic. It wasn't random. It was planned, carefully, quietly. And worst of all, it didn't match Alcatraz's construction timeline. Serial numbers on the steel dated back to 1921, over a decade before Alcatraz even became a federal prison. So the obvious question was, who built it and why? At the tunnel's end, they found a massive sealed iron door, industrial hinges, deep locks. This wasn't a prisoner escape route. This was something else entirely. The FBI had to use welding tools just to break it open, and what they found inside changed everything we thought we knew about Alcatraz. A hidden chamber, preserved like a time capsule. Old radios, maps of San Francisco Bay currents, 3 small beds set up like bunkers, boxes of yellowed files, handwritten notes, and encryption tools only used by Cold War intelligence agents, and 2 clocks. Both stopped at exactly 2:17 a.m. Why that time? What happened then? No one had answers. But the room told a story. This wasn't a panic room. It wasn't a place someone stumbled into. It was prepared, built for use, used, and then abandoned. On purpose. Then came the speculation. Declassified documents mentioned a forgotten program, Project Warden's Shadow, a psychological experiment, testing inmates under surveillance and pressure, and possibly recruiting them. If the tunnel was real, and if it connected to this program, then Alcatraz wasn't just a prison. It was a covert facility. The tunnel may have been used to bring in agents, equipment, or classified materials. A private access point, hidden from guards, inmates, and the world. Think about it. The island sits in the middle of a bay. It's isolated, surrounded by military routes, perfect for operations you never want traced. And for decades, no one knew it was there. Even the most famous escape in Alcatraz history, 1962, might be connected. We all know the story. Frank Morris and the Anglin brothers, crafting a raft from raincoats and vanishing into the freezing water. But what if they didn't use the water at all? What if they found the tunnel? Experts now say the tunnel exits near the island's base, right at the waterline, out of sight from every guard tower. It could have been the perfect escape route. And then, there was the body. During the final sweep of the tunnel, agents found a collapsed section, buried in the rubble, a skeleton, still clutching a satchel filled with coins from 1961, and maps that matched the ones found in the chamber. But the identity? Unknown. Not one of the escapees, not in any prison record. Scratched into the tunnel wall were 5 haunting words. They left me here. Was he a fourth man? A failed escapee? Or something darker, an insider, cut loose? This discovery changed the entire legacy of Alcatraz. Because this tunnel, this buried passage, wasn't just about escape. It was a system, a secret, a shadow story running beneath the prison for nearly a century. And now that it's been found, the world is asking questions the government still won't answer. What else is buried beneath Alcatraz? And how long were they willing to hide it?